Dead
Hey,
silence.
hey everybody. It's
Here we
Kathy
are.
and Mark, Cinemondo, and we're excited to bring this is a brand new song. It was just released a few hours ago.
Yep.
And so we're on it nice and early here to give our
Nice and
impressions.
early.
Yes, for this wonderful song. Before we do that, a quick shout out about our YouTube membership. $2.99 a month, you get emojis, shout outs, priority replies, and badges. And for $4.99, you get to request videos. And many people do that, and we do.
Videos.
And we also have a Slack channel where you can come in and request and talk and chit chat about anything. So please consider joining. We would really appreciate it. Yeah.
So so as you know from the title of this video, we're going to take a look at a song that SRK is in.
Yes.
It's part of the marketing for his new film coming out called Pathaan. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So we're covering it because we love covering all of the promotion for a film that leads up to the film and the impressions we get from it. And is it working or not working? That's kind of like our vibe. That's what I like to do. That's what we do. And so I'm very interested. This isn't just like fans of SRK. This is like, we're professionals.
Yeah, well,
judging.
Well, it's also interesting for us, even because you're doing there's teasers and motion posters and all this kind of stuff, announcements, and then the song is sort of a separate thing. It's not the movie; it's a completely different shoot. It's a song that will probably be in the movie, but this is sort of a separate thing. And it's always interesting for us to see how a song review is part of the marketing campaign of a film.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And this is the second song. And I'm always impressed by Indian film marketing because there's so many elements and assets that they use to ramp up to the film. And it always treats a lot of buzz. Good or bad, it's still buzz. So we're going to have to see how, it still gets attention to the movie title, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah. So let's take a look at Jhoome Jo Pathaan, the song with SRK and Deepika Padukone.
All right. Here we go. I like it.
हमने मोहब्बत करनी है, हमने मोहब्बत की है, इस दिल के अलावा किसी से भी ना हमने इजाजत ली है। हुनर है ये भी इश्क का, किसी किसी को आता है, जान लुटा के दुश्मन की हमने हिफाजत की है। बात करते हैं हजारों, है तजुर्बा हम यारों, बात करते हैं हजारों, है तजुर्बा हम यारों, ऐसी है बांध लूं मुझ पे वो झूमे जो पठान मेरी जान, महफिल ही लुट जाए, दे दे जो जुबान मेरी जान, उस पे मर मिट जाए। पठान मेरी जान, महफिल ही लुट जाए, जो जुबान मेरी जान, उस पे मर मिट जाए। मुकाबला कैसे हम करते हैं यार, अब की बात तरीका हम बताएंगे, कैसे दुश्मन पे हम मरते हैं यार, अब की बार तरीका हम बताएंगे यार, कर दे जो इशारा दिल में दे दूं दोबारा, यार कर दे जो इशारा दिल में दे दूं दोबारा, यार का नशा चढ़ा फिदा, दुश्मन गले लग जाए। झूमे जो पठान मेरी जान, महफिल ही लुट जाए, दे दे जो जुबान मेरी जान, उस पे मर मिट जाए।
Oh, damn. I still feel like they were a little stingy with the shirtless stuff. I mean, every
Well,
time we just get one little tiny glimpse, and everyone's talking about, oh, his shirt flowing off. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
yeah, no, I mean, it was because I did, we've heard some grumbling about people not liking this because for whatever reason, like comparing him to Tom
Politics.
Cruise. It's just,
Yes.
well, it's just kind of silly because it's completely
Yeah,
different
it
and
is.
you can't compare
So
those kind
different.
of things. I mean,
And
he's
honestly, I'd like
57
to see Tom Cruise do some of those dance moves. It's
Well,
just not going to
exactly.
happen.
And
So,
exactly. And he's 57 and that's all his legitimate body. It's very impressive in that way. Just as impressive as doing an incredible stunt. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. I judge it on do I like the song? Do I like the video?
Yes.
Do I like the vibe of it? And it's
Yeah.
very much like the first video for this
Very
film.
much.
It's like,
Yeah.
two very sexy people showing their wares off. And the song is neither here nor there. I think this first song
I
was
kind of
actually
liked it.
Did you? Okay. I thought it was okay. It wasn't
kind of grungy beat. I
it
kind
had
of
a bit of a beat, had a bit of a sort of a bottom to it, which was kind of nice. But it was beautiful locales, beautiful dancers in the back. So it's always interesting to see what sort of people think is really good or is cringeworthy. And
I don't get it. I didn't find it cringy that much either. I mean, first of all, I loved the wardrobe. I loved him getting a little grittier. I liked all the jeans and her wardrobe was fantastic.
Yeah,
I loved that
agree.
kind of,
I agree.
street, the cool kind of casual street clothes, but very styled. I mean, her great boots that she was wearing with her jeans and the makeup was, I mean, these are things I'm noticing. Her makeup was spectacular. That great red lip and the perfect eyeliner, which I don't know how people do that. Anyway, so I was amazed.
She's gorgeous.
Styling was amazing. And I love I could have seen an entire song of just that footage, which was kind of tinted and kind of warm thing where they were standing by the car, kind of making out.
Yes.
Just give me 3 minutes of that. Right. And that would be just them around that car in that location with that beautiful scene. It could be one shot and it would be really, really haunting and beautiful. I would love to see that.
And I don't think
the dancing too, but that would have been really like.
But I think one thing about with all the dancing in the back is like that's sort of like every video has that.
Yes.
It's like you have these 100 dancers, and that's sort of generic now. Is everyone is like if it was just like you said, just the two of them doing the song together and make it much more intimate, it would be something different, So if I have a qualm about it, it might be like, hey, it's the same old thing with all the dancers doing the same stuff, very much in the Michael Jackson Thriller vein or any of 1,000, videos we see like this. Yeah. But I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I find it interesting when there's backlash, like if SRK gets too big or somebody gets too big in the world.
You like to tear people down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also, like, I just watched Shanti Om, and this seemed like a movie that would have loved to have made, which was the character in the film who is an aspiring actor who really thinks he's the hot shit. So he's always super hammy, and he gets up there and he's like, look at me, and that's exactly what he was doing in this. And I'm like, he's looking like he's the hot shit, which he is, but it seemed like almost a caricature. What he is. But I mean, the thing is, this doesn't look any different than some of the other films where people are just having fun and feeling it and just showing off with these great camera angles and great wardrobe and their dance moves. I don't know. I kind of am I crazy for kind of liking it? Now I feel like what's wrong with me for actually liking this and liking, SRK in this and liking her. She was gorgeous. And I'm like, I
don't have a negative vibes to that. And I also think SRK a little bit sort of maybe just half winks at the camera.
Yes, I think he's winking.
Going, hey, look at me. I'm sort of like making fun of myself just a touch.
Yeah, I see a wink in there. I see the wink in there. And I think the humor, he brings that. I think that's one reason everybody loves him so much. He is the hot shit, biggest star in the world. He is amazing, but he's so self-deprecating and kind of has a sense of humor about himself that you never feel like he's like, let's compare him to Tom Cruise, who has no sense of humor. So
it's weird to compare them. Just because they're older actors that look good doesn't mean they're the same kind of person or do the same kind of movies or whatever. It's a silly comparison. But and SRK, if you've seen him in interviews, like with a Letterman interview, it's like he's a very down to earth.
Yeah, it seems very cool.
Very cool, at least to me. So I don't get the huge negative stuff, but whatever.
We're looking at it just as the marketing, just as the video, and I think it was a good companion piece to the other one's. A little more electronic, a little more smooth and jazzy. This one's a little grungier and gritty, kind of very kind of samey. But I think the thing that really kind of saved it in a way was that beautiful scene with the car. I feel like when you bring in those elements of them together and that great photography, that kind of, to me, elevated it a little bit. because then you felt like you were seeing like filmmaking versus just another dance video. So I did appreciate that. So that kind of that worked for me, and I liked the grungy beat. So I'm liking this song. So
and we'll see how the movie does. That will be the true test. Will the movie be a huge? Will it be unsuccessful? So anyway, I found it fun, and it was great to get on it. And
it was.
We'll see. We'll wait for the next bit of marketing for this film whenever that comes out.
Wait for the next piece of marketing. We make it sound so exciting. We're waiting for more marketing. Here it goes.
It's just more content for us to look at, and also as we delve further and further into Indian, not only the films but how they promote the films. That's all new and interesting to us. So that's why we like it.
All right, you guys. See you next time.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.